everyone, welcome to another video, welcome to my room again. We are gonna do another journal project today, of course, to celebrate the Woman Day. I don't know if in America is something that you guys celebrate as well, but on the 8th of March usually is the Woman Day, so we are gonna prepare a page about that. And I have, as always, my big journal that we are gonna use in a minute. And I recently purchased this nice coloring book, and I'm gonna use one of these pages. I already colored the page that we are gonna put on the journal page, but I'm gonna maybe do a quick flip through in the end of the video, and I'm gonna put the link on the description. So if you want to purchase, I bought it on Amazon, and it was not so expensive, and I think I'm gonna use this one often. Anyway, let's go directly in the mat and start. So let's take the journal. Here it is, and we are gonna start on the next page. Just check if you didn't check the San Valentine page, because it was very nice. I like it a lot. So now we're gonna start with the background. We are gonna use some green colors. Strange enough, because I don't like colors. I don't like green. But now we are gonna speed it up the process, and I'm gonna show you what to do, what I was doing. So basically, I was starting with the yellow green. I was putting a lot of water on the color, so it's even more faded, because this is gonna be anyway the first layer of the background. I'm gonna use different grade of green, and it's gonna be very nice page, and with really limited effort, trust me. But so after doing this one, make sure that you have a flat brush or a big brush, so it's gonna be quick as well if you want to replicate, and really a lot of water, so it's gonna be really faded. And I'm not really checking so much about how well is the color on the page. I like that this in some area is white, and in some area is not very well colored. It's fine. And without drying everything, although this is an acrylic color, so it's gonna dry quicker, but anyway, without drying it, I'm gonna pass directly on the second color. This is medium green, and just gonna put, you see here, just some stripe, some brush stroke. Not really accurate, but I just want to have some texture on that. And again, I'm using some water as well, so it's not really full color green. And I'm gonna concentrate on the border of the page, so then I have a bit more darker color on the side. And don't put too much water. I mean, the first layer needs to have a lot of water, so it's easier and quicker to put down. This one, just a little bit. And then after this one, I'm just gonna use basically a stencil. After I'm okay with the page, and that's when I'm fine with it. And then I'm gonna use this stencil. So it's just a floral stencil, and I like this one because it's still open. So then it is not really full of intricate images, but there are some flowers. So there is some leaves, and I think it was nice for this page. And I'm gonna use now with the sponge a darker green. The one that I'm really using on there is Viridian color, so it's really a dark green anyway, with a sponge. And the thing that you see here, so I'm gonna move the stencil in angular form. I really want to have really the stencil going kind of slowly from one side up on the page, and then going around on the next one to frame then the image, because we are gonna put the main image, the focal point, on the other page. And I thought it was nice in this way. Then when I'm happy with the stencil, I'm then gonna dark all the rest of the page, basically again using the same color with just the same sponge, tapping everywhere. And the tapping of the sponge is gonna create also some texture on the page. And I'm doing also in the middle, because I thought it was a bit too light there, so then I'm gonna basically frame the whole stencil images. So moving on to the other page, I'm gonna do basically the same, again with the stencil, put in the angular form, and just tap with the sponge. I really like the using the sponge with a stencil. I think it gives also texture, and I like that it's quick and easy to put a stencil down. The only thing you really need, if you do the same things, basically you really need to tap with a sponge and not move the sponge on the right or on the left, I mean on the side, really tap. And the color, the acrylic color needs to be something that is not too watery, so it needs to be on a tube basically. So the more consistent it is, the easier it is to put to have the result of the stencil. So I'm gonna put also some dark tap color over there, although this one is gonna be covered anyway with the image that we are gonna glue there. But I'm gonna then doing some check on the stencil and adding some additional color on the dark color to emphasize better the structure, I mean the design of the stencil, because I thought that sometimes it was a bit faded too much, and so I'm just gonna correct here and there. I'm not gonna show everything here on the video. Now we are gonna, let's say, move on a more normal speed, because it was a bit too quick before, but I really wanted to show you quickly the background, because it's not taking a lot of time, but I think it's a bit the boring part, let's say, on a video to see the background basically. So when I'm happy with the result and the detail that I get, so I'm gonna put this page aside, so it's gonna dry naturally, and I'm just gonna take the page, the focal point that we are gonna use from this book. I really like this book, to be honest. This is from Express Yourself Mindful Coloring Book. I bought on Amazon, so I'll put a link down below. I really like it, and the page is pretty well done, so you can color it. It's pretty good. I think it's pretty good. I was using alcohol marker for coloring the page, first time that I was using it, so that's why even I didn't put a video camera while I was doing, because I was doing really basic stuff, because I'm not really a pro on this stuff. Anyway, then I was cutting everything and then glue everything on the page. And by the way, the marker that I was using, the alcohol marker that I was using, are from Chatun Skin Tone Set. Again, first time using. I don't know if they are better than I don't know. This is the first time that I'm using. I just choose one cheap alternative, let's say, in Amazon, just to have fun and coloring some pages, and that's what I was using. Then I didn't like how I was coloring the butterfly, so in the end I decided, okay, let's change everything, and I was coloring everything with the acrylic painter marker. This is gold marker from Flisea, the one that I really always use. And then to put some additional detail on the page, I'm gonna use my white Posca marker. And as you can see, I made a mess, of course, because with the Posca marker we really need to pay a lot of attention. So I just pushed the tip on the page, and a lot of color came out. But it's fine, because in the end I wanted to have a kind of faded look. So I'm just gonna take a little bit of color with the brush and just move where I want to have. My goal was to have really a faded color over there, so I'm just gonna put the color and then smudge with my finger, so it's gonna have a faded look. And I'm gonna do this effect only, let's say, I'm concentrated, let's say, my majority of the color on the flowers of the stencil image that I was putting down, but I am just added some highlights here and there as well with the Posca on the leaves, but mainly I'm gonna add the white color on the flowers. And I really like that part. I mean, it was really anti-stress, let's say. Just put the color and then smash with your finger. I like that part. But then anyway, after that, I really have to clean my hands, because I cannot stand with my hands dirty while I'm doing a page. Then when I'm happy with the result, again with the white that I have on the page, I decided to add some golden lines here and there as well. And again, because I had the butterfly in gold, so I thought I need somewhere else again the gold on the page, and I was using the again acrylic painter Flisea here and there on the flower. But before doing that, I decided to darken to frame a bit more the images and darken a bit more the page. And I'm basically using the black acrylic paint. And in the beginning, I was decided to put some leaves with the stroke of the brush, but I didn't like at all the look. So I say no, let's take the sponge again and go tap again all around the image, all around the art journal page. and until I'm happy with the look again. And this one I think was a really good addition to the page, because it was too light still. So in this way it's really is even more framed the image, and I really like the result, to be honest. And again, use the sponge is so nice. It's something that I can do forever basically on a page. So when I don't know what to do, sponge is the solution. Then, as I was saying, missing some gold on this page, so I say no, we need to add the gold. So again, I'm using the same marker, and I'm just putting here and there some lines, and again smudging with my finger, but this marker is less let's say watery, so I mean it's a bit, it dry very quickly, and I didn't want anyway to have the same faded effect that I had for the white. So I'm really fine with having just some line here and there on the flowers, and on some flowers I really put a lot of more color, let's say on the center, just to, I think it was needed to the flower to have some center, some colored center, although it's a bit too yellow maybe, but I really needed some gold on the page. Then moving on, it's time for the quote, and for the quote, easy peasy, let's say I'm just choose the word heart has music for those who listen. It's something that I was using, I had a postcard from that, with this quote, and I was really recreate the postcard. Yeah, I was sketching the postcard and recreated the postcard, so I really like that quote anyway. And I have the picture of that postcard colored on my Instagram. I think it was one of the first picture that I was putting there. Anyway, for the style, I'm just putting the lines here, and then I wanted to have a kind of double line to empathize and make more interested the page. And then I was putting more lines with, again, with the black first. This is my pencil, my marker that I'm using more often on my journal page. Those are by Bahok, I think, something like that. I don't know how to pronounce it, I'm sorry, I'm bad with names. And then I was putting some Posca pen, again white, to again take the same color that I have already on the page, and then some lines to emphasize the three words that are the most important to me. So heart, music, and listen. I was using again the golden marker. And that's basically it for today. Now it's time for the final reveal. Here is the final picture. I hope that you like it. Give me a thumbs up if you like it, and see you soon for the next project. Bye bye!